Alright, let's play a game. No, not that participation trophy garbage you were fed in middle school. Let's play a high stakes, data driven simulation of your life. Here is the deal: behind one of these 100 doors is everything you ever wanted: the career, the leverage, the asymmetric upside that makes your neighbors look like they are playing checkers while you are playing 4D chess. The other 99 doors, they are filled with garbage: rejection letters, thanks but no thanks emails, and the kind of public embarrassment that makes you want to fake your own death and move to a yurt in Mongolia. But here's the catch, and it's a beautiful mathematical absolute. You are guaranteed to hit the winning door on the 100th try. The average person looks at that and thinks, oh, 99 failures. That sounds exhausting. I'll wait for a better omen. The average person is an idiot. If you knew the 100th time was the win, your only enemy isn't failure, it's latency. Your enemy is the clock. You shouldn't be trying to succeed. You should be sprinting toward failure with the enthusiasm of a golden retriever chasing a tennis ball off a cliff. Let's look at the applied economics of your ego. Most people treat failure like a permanent tattoo. Stoicism, real stoicism, not the I wear a toga and think about death meme, treat failures like a transaction cost. In economics, we call this the cost of goods sold. If you want to sell $1 million product, you have to buy the raw materials first. In the game of life, those 99 failures are your raw materials. If success is fixed at N dollars equal to $100, your only variable is failure velocity. If you fail once a month, you are looking at 8.5 years of finding yourself before you catch a break. If you fail once a day, you are a legend in 3 months. If you are a real psycho and you fail 10 times a day, you have conquered your industry in less than 2 weeks. The math doesn't care about your dopamine debt. It doesn't care that your mom thinks you should have a backup plan. The math only cares about the sample size. We are talking about iterative aggression. It's the same logic behind quantitative trading. A quant doesn't cry when the trade hits a stop loss. They just want to know if the model is still statistically sound over 1,000 trades. If you are crying over your third no, you aren't an entrepreneur or a creator. You are just a hobbyist with an inflated sense of self importance. Enter Marcus Aurelius. The guy was the leader of the known world, and he spent his night writing notes to himself because he was surrounded by people who were, quite frankly, incompetent. He didn't say, follow your passion. He says, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Translated to English, your failure isn't a wall, it's the flow. Think about the framing effect. If I tell you that you have a 99% chance of failing, you'll probably stay in bed and scroll through brain rot TikToks. But if I tell you that you are 1% of the way toward a guaranteed jackpot, you will jump out of the bed like your hair is on fire. The Stoics knew that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. You are terrified of the 99 failures because you think they are bad. They aren't bad, they are calibrations. Every time you fail, you are actually stripping away the specific knowledge that didn't work. You are refining the algorithm. By the time you get to attempt 99, you are so sharp, so lethal, and so emotionally detached that success is almost a formality. Let's go back, way back. Thomas Edison, yeah, the light bulb guy. He famously didn't fail 1000 times. He just found 1000 ways not to make a light bulb. That's not just a cute quote for a Pinterest board. That is systemic elimination. He was running a brute force attack on the laws of physics. Or look at the silver economy of the past, the master craftsman. You think a master blacksmith in the 1700s just woke up and made a perfect sword? No, he ruined 1,000 blades. He burned his hands. He wasted tier 1 resources. But because he lived in a world without instant gratification, he understood that the suck was part of the skill. Today we have dopamine debt. We want the 100 doors on the first try. And when we don't get it, we complain that the algorithm is rigged. Newsflash, the algorithm is rigged. It's rigged in favor of the person who can stay in the game long enough to let the math work. In the world of orange economy, the world of intellectual property, content, and creativity, the cost of failure is basically zero. If you post a video and it flops, what did it cost you? Some electricity? A few hours of your life you would have spent watching Netflix anyway. That is asymmetric upside. Your downside is capped at nothing, but your upside is infinite. If you aren't exploiting that math, you are essentially leaving free money on the table. You are like a gambler who is told the house wants you to win, but you are too afraid to pick up the dice because they feel heavy. This is where cognitive sovereignty comes in. You have to reclaim your brain from the fear of the 99. So, how do you actually play this? How do you develop failure velocity? You need a digital reset. Stop looking for inspiration. Inspiration is for amateurs. Professional work on a schedule. Define your 100. What is the one thing that, if worked on the 100th try, would change your life? Gamify the suck. Give yourself a reward for every no you get. Make the no the goal. Shorten the feedback loop. If it takes you a week to fail, figure out how to do it in an hour. Kill the ego. The version of you that succeeds at attempt 100 is not the same version of you that started at attempt 1. The 99 failures are there to kill the old you. The success architecture isn't built on talent. It isn't built on manifesting. It's built on the cold, hard, sarcastic reality that the world is a giant numbers game. If you knew you would succeed after the 100th time, you wouldn't be sitting here listening to me. You'd be out there failing right now. You'd be on attempt number 4 or 12 or 47. The only reason you haven't won yet is because you are still trying to save face. You're trying to look like a winner while you're still in the COGS phase of your life. Stop. Embrace the 99. Burn through them like a forest fire. Because on the other side of that 99 no isn't just success, it's a realization that the failure never existed in the first place. It was just the price of admission. Now quit stalling. You've got 99 problems, and every single one of them is an opportunity to get to the 100th. Go, fail, faster.